Moving down to the elbow, we have the opportunity to look at both lateral epicondylitis and medial epicondylitis. Really big words that also translate into tennis elbow for lateral epicondylitis and golfer's elbow for medial epicondylitis, and basically named due to those activities that put more strain on those portions of the elbow. So when we look at the elbow, we've got the pointy part. So I'm going to bend Patrick's elbow and just kind of go. We've got this pointy part, and that is not the area that we're talking about. So this is part of the ulna, one of the forearm bones that makes that pointy part. We're talking about the sides where we have our lateral epicondyle, which is to the thumb side, and we have our medial epicondyle, which is to the little finger side. So when somebody hurts in either of those spots, that epicondyle, that bony area, gets very tender. And that's the first sign of an epicondylitis, either lateral or medial. So the biggest challenge is looking at which muscles are going to be the culprits. On the medial side, we have a nerve, the ulnar nerve, that goes through here. So that's something we're very mindful of. Is this a nerve issue, problem solving, or is it something that's in that medial epicondyle? And then on the lateral side, our radial nerve comes through some of the muscles on the back of the forearm back in here, but we have this lateral epicondyle here that can be quite tender, and there's a muscle called your extensor carpi radialis brevis, and that tendon is attaching in this area, and that's the tendon that's the most common culprit for lateral epicondylitis. So we're looking at stretching those muscles, keeping them mobile. We're looking at the quality of the grip. So knowing that when somebody's holding onto their club or their racket, how are they holding on to that to exacerbate any of those muscles that are pulling from that area of the elbow. Noting that the muscles that pull your wrists back into extension all start up here at your elbow. Coming across the wrist is just tendons that are supporting that area. So the muscle belly is up here. So we're looking at both tennis elbow on the outside, golfer's elbow on the inside.